All right, this part two on here, so I had to stop. Now, we was talking about the verses of the grown folks and young folks of the son-in-laws of the family of the covert narcissistic and the empaths of the other families, and that does not work for some. It's a woeful thing, and to be connected to somebody act like that. Okay, meaning it depends on that type of masculine, feminine, whoever the role that you decide that connect on this one. Now, also it had something to do with the world, and that was on the other videos that I had on there. But also has to do with the 10 of Wands. Either you gonna come down the tiers for what level is, and you gonna come out of that. Cause it seemed like the world was trying to stop her or stop him out here at the present of what you're supposed to be in this world, and it had to do with your energy. Cause you had it, you was glow, you got the glow, you got the glow all over it. And everybody know about the glow because they seen you. They seen you was just out here bouncing up here, glowing up. And everybody, and this person was like, here come the hunt. Let's come and get it. Came up here to get it. To bring it back to his family. That was the purpose of the hunt and the hunter and hunted. Of the revealing of the dark times. Because that's what they was coming for. The light. So I guess he or she done came down that mountain. It's like, shoot, I ain't got to go. I ain't got to deal with that. I can turn around, go find another way. I can change, do something else. I ain't got to be with him. She's like, I don't need all of that. Shoot. So either she done left or she changed. She didn't decide to find a direction or whatever. But he or whatever. But then I started out with the past. It was the 8 of Air and the 6 of Air and the Temperance, and that is the balance of the Temperance. It's the balance of scale. And that's all about the time of age. That's the age of time of Aquarius. It is nothing but air. Okay? So understanding in the middle part is the present of the 33s, of the competition, of this game of chess, of all of it, of 1400, 1600, of a past of stuff to come back to remember, of cause and effect that you didn't know about it. All right, so being TI and being targeted, and being the individuals of directing energy or weapons, how they use, they can get you any way they can get you, right? And being that, I was telling about how it went from the workforce, came back to the home, came in the home, broke it down of the family, broke down, separated each other, fight against each other in the whole relationship of the home. That means that whole family tent plan broken and dashed in pieces, and they went separated from each other from of a relationship. So to me, it's weaponized of the family. If you're being broken down into that, and why everybody's like that, because it was weaponized for reasons. Because they first they to get the head of the house. If it was the woman, it's the man, whoever, or if it's two, there's come both of them. One of them was being targeted, or either one of the ones that was compliance from the money to be targeted from an individual. Somebody got the money to do it, because that's something that they agreed. If it is a job or community or somebody did it. And on my understanding that's what she said, that somebody had to do a compliance in order to do this type of that somebody had to put a person in that position to be targeted. It could be your family, friends, or community. And at the end of it, you're gonna figure out about the after effect of the natural after effects. Natural effects meaning cause and effect of in the air. So whoever was doing it, how many people were doing it, it's gonna tell you about the city of repping of the compliance. And when you feel the city's not acting right, then stuff is not pulling the energy and not pulling the money back into the city, you're going to figure it out, the ones that's doing it. That is an individual need to find about the area, about the environment, or the energy. Because if it happened, that means that's what you have to understand about people that have power. They don't understand, either they already know understand about the energy of, what's that, geostorms, the movie and stuff, and everybody didn't go to understand about the geostorm, but they wouldn't understand it was weaponized, but they ain't understand it. It's your mind. You got to know about the watch, about the unhidden part. Because if you're not looking for movies to make yourself feel good, you ain't lost stuff because you don't understand about what you. They already telling you what they ahead. See, one thing about when you have power, people have power, they already gonna tell you. But you're not understanding that your job is to watch in the first place, okay, of the play of it. But G Storm has a lot to do with their generating of it. So if you in the city, your city then went down, it's a reason because they was doing something too much to individually here. It's a balance of it, honey. And natural is natural. And baby, nature is gonna do the job. You don't have to do nothing. Cause and effect gonna come right back to the city. If your city is going down, then you need to get the hell up out of there. Cause that's your rep, your city. That is the compliance of the city. Okay. Now it's the natural of it. When you have the natural order, natural come first. So when you pass down and you go outside and you don't pay no attention to earth and everything that's out here growing and you pass by, something wrong with you. Not the opposite. There's something wrong with you paying attention of green things. Then you got a problem because it's nature. Nature will come against and get you quick without the general been done as man-made. you know, like I said, when they generating the stuff and they doing all this different type of devices, and they'll start one way, and then the high of the air gonna come back and turn around another direction, and then they send the target, and the target come back to them. That's some stuff right there. That's I'm telling you, most high, that's why it's like that's the purpose, to be fearmonger and to be scared about the people, principalities and powers. My spiritual is natural order is going first. Natural order first over anything. Understanding natural order. Nature come first. They got the principality for the people to do it. They are the natural. They the one come again. They didn't see it all. They know it's recording. So be thankful. I get more a little peace when I always think it's they the ones doing it all, but it's somebody over order of natural order, honey. I say we may have something, but they got the natural order though. Give you some peace within you going through the struggle of it, of the targeted of weaponizing individuals now. Everybody watching. You can't pop a pimple on your face where they ain't seen it, baby. They done seen from your eye, from a piece of a scalp of dandruff, from your head all the way down from a corner that you got an ingrown on the side. They ain't seen it all. They can see you. Okay. Now, Tracy, this on YouTube. And this has to do with a podcast, and like I said, it's about targeting individuals on the national list. A couple years I was on here, and at that time I was doing my spiritual practices, and then figured out that they were putting people on national lists. And at a point in time, it was on the radio, and they said that they was coming, and these was witches, right? The witches that they was coming against to the certain ones that they was coming against to a different practice of hidden knowledge, and that was they was coming for it because it had something to do with the energy, and it was a fight. So and they was putting people on the list, and we kind of knew because you start acting. All of a sudden, you go places and people are acting weird towards you, and they knew, we knew, but like I said, you ain't always watching, so you forgot some things. So that's how you get when you up, you stay up. You don't allow to go back because you got fear, mungle, and all that. You're supposed to stay there still watching anyway. Just know what it was, okay? But anyway, it says right here, I'm getting some information on. They said about EEGs. Different type of what they call it. I get it because I'm like it so much is on here. It has to do with individuals of naturalists. Is some credentials meets the criteria. A lot suggested it has something to do with pissed someone on this list. Somebody, a masculine or feminine, that got pissed off. Somebody in them, family, friends, community, workplace. You done pissed them off, and they put you in this targeted. A lot of suggested is pissed it off. You piss somebody off, and it's also coordinated to a database effort. It's a diffusional. It's the separation of a fusion of confusion, and it's the center system access of a base. It's a targeted individual to is what it say is trying to put it up here and because honey, I be writing real fast. It's about a terrorist. It's 911. It's targeted. It's patents, EEG. It has to do with your brain mapping of your system of monitor systems. Satellite is pre-recording method and have brain and been tapped control. What I said, Akasha Records when they tap, and I think I did a Disco Devil how on Wonder Woman how the man had the psychic, right? And if that's hidden knowledge, okay, that's anybody can do that. You don't have to always be up under with other social agendas. You could be normal, have the gifts. But that means somebody was attachment, how to take their energy or whatever they thought somebody was going to do, they're going to take it away. And then you was going to do something. You wonder why you keep and get these fogs. You getting the fog brain. It's because somebody been tapping on the Cosmos records of your tree and bringing a mapping of it to take away your gifts and send it to somebody else and give you that energy to another. And you empty nothing. You got to empty. In other words, bad boys coming on the way. Had them empty those. Empty those. I mean, you ain't got all the information. They stealing it. And transform to them to become more of the energy that's transformed, but that absorbed from the sun and send it to another person as an empty. So they mean like a lot of transferring of energy to other people into empty bodies. Well, got to deal with the pulse through the magnetic publication of topics. So that's got to do with the time 2015 from all the way 2021. Had to do with optical radio imaging, synthetic of radio optic images. That's how to do with the eyes. Eyes got to do with your eyes. That means got to do with the God. I see. Seeing and discerning of all things. 7, 11, 11, 22, and 33. Spiritual is electric pulse. That means brain memory mapping. Attachments is the same as tapping on the head. It's like a long time ago, before all the phone had the it was a tap. It's a mouse. Mouse got to do with a rat. Mouse and a rat. Then rat has to do with somebody. It's either the rat. You know, rat is also betrayal too. So in between that, it has to do with some in between of a mouse. It's hidden not to know it. But then become a rat because somebody gonna tell somebody. But it's a mouse that has to do with the church house mouse. That's Team Turner. Those lyrics is some real things, and that was something that is the music of the blues, but it's telling you about the house mouse and what the mouse is church. Moving on. See, it is what it is. You know, is what it's going to be. Me, I'm like this. Who I am is to bring out the hidden knowledge. It's supposed to be as already been said. I just repeat what somebody else said, so I didn't say it. So that become a person tell you that, hey, that was the create. I didn't create it. The intuition, I get the understanding. But somebody who threw the ball, the target to another, that's why I say you return it back to the sender. Return back to the sender because that energy, they already sent the shot. That was straight up gun. I talked about gun. Gun is the person that's looking through the screen. That's somebody behind your head already watching what you do before you do it. Those are the guns. They G-U-N. They already ran the shotgun. That means they already targeting you. They trying to put you down in the first place. They already getting paid for it, compliance. Somebody had to agree to do it. Sign you off. Somebody put something in your position like you're not even able to be able to do something in this earth. Somebody thinks you crazy and everything. They had to sign it off for them to come and use it for you. They had to do something. Let me say, I said, when y'all come doing in somebody's house in privacy? Individual got to do with the liberty. Now you bound, but the liberty say liberty's here. We got the statue here, so what is that about? To come in the privacy house and be able to watch what you're doing, unless the liberty didn't fail anyway. So it means statue's not being what it is. Then you come against the Fifth Amendment, so that's coming in privacy of devices and stuff. So somebody ain't right. Something ain't right at all. Like I say, it's just policing of policing. It's the pose. That's what I look. It's profiling, discretion of one. It is a rated R. Discretion. You know, it's sexual trafficking in the hiding of the hiding of it. Now, it's like it's sex trafficking, is knowledge trafficking, it's the brain trafficking, monitored of somebody's head before they can even do anything out here. Relationship trafficking and identification, using transferring energy to empty bodies to another is trafficking. It's a double mission. Like I said, it's always a double mission, and it's like target individuals. It's a probing of different things. Vision of what in the eyes. Vision in the eyes. It seems like that's the whole brain. In order to cut you out, to put you down, or to go in the front and control your own destiny. You know, that's some big time energy that you knew of the age of Aquarius gonna be like that. That they was coming policing it and confront you and control of mind control. And you thought you were finna do what you wanted to do. Right. They said nope. Beep, beep. They said, back up, Eric, we're going to cut you around, show you which way to go. You thought you was going to do it the way you was going to. No, we still controlling. We ain't through, we still controlling. That's what they're saying. That's the mind control, is controlling your destiny. Mm-hmm. You thought you was out here going to do what you want to do and do not. It's like, Well, also, it has to do with the messenger. Now, this woman said she claimed Trace is her name. She said that she went through all of this. That means hate and hacking, information, all bank system, everything came into whatever she was doing her business on her different type of her platforms and leaving messages and all kinds of stuff and they was in here. That's hacking. They was also leaving message sex things and certain things and all kinds of stuff. And I mean, she was talking about the radiation and everything, how her skin was like, and man, it was like, hey, they were doing so much to the point that they had to the point she started to, I would call it in the Bible say fasting, take away the plate. So let's talk about the plate. We got two different plates. Plate got to do with the hunt, and they come to hunting to put you on a plate. But now you figured out that you got to take stuff off your plate in order to try to figure out what they doing with their radiation and electromagnetic and different things that cause a problem to weaponize. Now you got to take stuff out your plate. This about your plate that you put on plate. You have to start taking away this stuff because hell, they using it. Something is connected to some of this food that causes them to harm you. That's why you have to sit up here, got to figure out, you got to take all that stuff off that plate. But you did a whole full thing. You better take that meat off. Well, teach his own, honey. I eat what I want. Like I said, I try to do something and I said, okay, is it easy to take off the meat or is it easy for, now this is, test the trial tribulation on this. You figure it out if it's all about to taking the meat off. Is it too easy to take off the meat and keep all the vegetables and keep earth? Is it easy that you feeling better with it, make it light? Or is it more take it off the plate? You figure, this is what I say. Sometimes people is acting as a dead. Let's go in here. Dead food, if you cook it, it's become dead, all right? The electronic thing. Now, I listen to all the herbalists. And to be honest, I'm still like, testing 1, 2, and 3. My understanding If you acting living, that means you living, right? You even live to see another day. But if you feel like that you have to take away everything to be back as green and to keep light body, then if you don't eat and food and it's helping you happy, then you ain't living. I didn't understand. You kind of, I'm figuring a whole lot. I'm still not. I'm still testing on my stuff on what I feel like. Now that I understand it, it's more than that. It's more of living than it is trying to take away so much to become dead. You want to eat in a certain way, you be acting dead. Ain't what I thought. Lesson learned, honey. Live, baby. Live. I told y'all to change. I'm CHAN. Wait a minute, I'm saying right. CHANGE. You put a little hype, roll that E, because it got to do with Earth. She gonna change in a minute. I'm gonna change in a minute. I transform quick. So that you don't know, I'll be sitting up here disguising one thing and that bear, you don't know, I come and get you. I got you. I'm trying to tell you, can't catch on me. I'm changing in a minute. I change. I don't stay too long. There's a reason for everything. But live though. Live. Stop watching what everybody else do. That's their journey. Get your own journey. You do your thing. Be good with it. Be life with it. Love yourself. Because if you ain't gonna love yourself, somebody is always trying to get you any damn way. They always come against you in some negative factor and always trying to come against you. But don't mean that, hey, the snakes always are in the garden, okay? But don't mean that because they there don't mean that you always have to stop because to be yourself because they always trying to come and get you so they want you to be happy. Because it seemed like that's all it was in the first place. Because seeing the cause and effect, they didn't get the information back to absorb to them. They hands been dirty. You got dirty hands. Hell ain't not going to be able to receive nothing with that hand. So why did they mad? Because they can't get the information. That's why they trying to steal the absorbing of your energy to them. Because hell, they ain't got none. Let's go on here. This is about that pro-normal activity. That's that paranormal, pair of an A. So when it's activity like that, they use that in the movies. Now, if they got to go do all of that and to do all kinds of stuff, you must have good old empathy. You got a lot of, you got the cause effect of some absorbing of gifts. They're coming for it. Got good light. And it is illuminate, enlightened, high too. And that's what they wanted. They had to get some of that. They don't understand. Then first they'll say, forgive me for what I do. Okay. It should be like, you should be talking about your own closet between somebody on high. But when they do that, you know, they already know what they're doing. When they already knowing it and they doing it anyway, and they want you to forgive, what you're supposed to do anyway. Because if you forgive it, you just move on. Some of you just want, I'm going to get their ass right now. Be like, straight like Medea say, I'm going to get got now. Well, you might not have to get it right got now, because that will get you in trouble. Because, you know, Medea going to shoot first. Medea's is the DEA. They don't give us the detective. They ready to get you gunned right now, but you're supposed to forgive them and move on because you're going to keep that energy with you. Life is funny. It is. It's the phoenix of the of going and burnt and rising of Sagittarius. He coming clean slate. You have to forgive these people what they do. Lord have mercy. You gotta forgive them. Lord, and there's some things that everybody got their own journey. I know everybody got their own book. Because mine is something else here. I ain't gonna lie. Everybody that went through it. And they got their own way, and this is their own journey of a karma, of cause and effect, dealing with people, family, friends, and compliance with community of the city that rep your city. It's true. And about the TI targeted individual going through all this type of stuff that they're doing. And how the fear mongle in attempting. Now, she talked about Tracy on this podcast. She talked about how they use the energy of the servers, how they use it on everything, from everything that she was doing, she was trying to do before, how they hacked in between to stop all her things, her whole lifestyle. I mean, this, like, they know everything you're doing, and they try to stop you. It's cutting in front of you. So, to the car, to different pleas. She was talking about the different places, like different hotels, and going to different places. Let me see what else she say. Hotels and what else she said they was doing? Oh yeah, airport, and let me see what else she said. Different kind of accounts, and incepted in employment, even when she was trying to do her giving her information for when you give your own resume and whatever she was doing, they incepted and stopped her, some of her for a job, and then a lot of little things they were doing. She claimed that she did a lot of different things, missed flights for different things for Dallas, Chicago, satellites in Denver and Costa Rica and Florida. Said that she had so many information that they were incepted of a lot of her things of her travel. And they said that it was radical, and it was stealing separation of devices, routing, using a router, and different things of stuff of air. Saying that it was a lot of she had a lot of or harassment of the left of Colorado, Denver, and programming bombard of the frequency of the human of the body of the bombard. So that's like electric devices targeting, weaponized of her body, how she felt about the skin, the radiation, of different things. Said it was only like 3 days, and then it became her skin, and then it went off. Then she figured out what it was. She had somebody wash her hair or whatever she doing her hair. Her hair was like, the water was so dirty, and she didn't understand why. And it had something to do with the radiation. Okay, meaning how she had that flush on her skin, and how she had to find out certain things, start healing her own self because of the radiation that was targeted to her, of the weaponizing. And how she, after that made to the point she couldn't sleep. So she had insomnia, hard to sleep, anxiety, and different things that she said. Her ears was ringing. It was a lot of things that she said. And the different things that places she went. She went to South Carolina, Costa Rica, and about how different areas was involved. Like maybe, like I said, maybe certain places in this place. I mean, she was giving out the information. Most of it was detoxing. She said the most thing she started doing detoxing everything, and of the different type of metals that she was eating, and thought that helped her a little bit. See if that's on 544, if that resonates for that, I don't know. To me, I kind of like, you gonna figure it out. That's the point of your lessons learned, of the lessons of being weaponized, of cause and effect. About weaponized ain't got nothing to do with the war against here and there. No, the weapon is within. They get you anytime they want to. Now, that's all together. It's like compliance. Everybody wrote on this on while you was sleeping. They had already had this tactic for everybody. I don't even know why they need police now. We don't need it no more. We got weaponized now. They're going to do whatever they're going to do. All I say is, lesson learned. To each is fair. Either it can't do nothing but make you better, strong, or whatever, however they do. That's all they think that you can do. And all I can say, live Now, this she's claimed that about the monitors, you can find different type of grounding pads to put your monitor, TV monitors down to keep it grounded. I know it was a one of a professor years ago. I was in high school and I'll never forget him. He had this. I thought he had a jerry curl, but it wasn't jerry curl. He had type of hair, right? And he was a professor, and I was always listening to professors or anything that has to do with different things as the poets. I pay attention, and he was the one that always connected. And for years ago, after I become grown, I was able to see some of his videos. And the first thing he said about the magnets, could get you some magnets. And I'm like, what? It was in 1990 something. And I was like, okay, this is the same stuff I heard before. Get some magnets and ground it. But this lady was saying that in order to help her, she had to get some monitored grounded pads for her TV monitors and computers and stuff and ground it. And that kind of helped. You can get that, she said, at Home Depot, and to start detoxing about the metals that you're eating and to remove a lot of that, so that radiation, you won't be burnt up, exposure, radiation is you can go back Oklahoma City about the radiation that they was doing down there in Oklahoma. I forgot the name, 1980s, and you go information about that. Sometimes you know a lot. I think it was one with what's her name? She got her own Julia Roberts. I think they did one. That was part of it. That's part two. Go and read about some of this radiation in the water. So you gotta understand, you got so much radiation, then it's in the air, then it's in water, and then you go find out what your pH. Oh, that was like a couple of videos I was on there. So you gotta clean the water, because then if the radiation is so much, then the water's gonna be what? It's gonna be clean. It's gonna be in the water. When it's that to the point that you take your light in the water, and then all of a sudden it said go poof, and you got gas light and everything where. And you want to know, atmosphere went up, the dang gas is high. I'm like, wait a minute, the gas is more than the electric? They tell you, no, gas is up now. And baby, gas is going on here, and this is more of your own electric now. Something ain't right. So maybe that water needs to be, you need to clean the water in order to get that purify your body. And maybe that water just ain't too low. You may have to go up 10 point something if that resonate. So anything else? Community compliance. I'm telling you, a change. If your city is going down, get the hell out of the city, because if the city ain't right, then something they was doing in that city and how they target another person, that is gonna come back to the city. And they don't like that stuff. That means somebody did it. Let's see. Close. It says challenge, competition, chaos, and failure. Close to involve. Too close. Organization gang stars. And that is the members of family, friends, communities, association to ruin you. And that is real composition. That means that the alleys of alleys. I mean, different type of valleys, high valleys, low. And this is part of it's the Stockholm syndrome. And what that is a proposed condition or theory that tries to explain why hostages sometimes developing of that's a psychological of a bond with captive there are the captors. Those are those like the turkey vultures or the covens, what they use for the crows. It's the birds of the house, right? You can go find that about that bird house. Sandra Bullock about that. There's some clear audience on that. To me, it's like it is supposed to result from a rather as a specific a set of circumstances, is namely is the power of imbalances contained to a hostage, as the taking of kidnapping and abuse the relationship is the convert of mind control, narcissistic. So it's a sociological phenomenon in a witch. A witch is a good witch or a bad. Could be a priest, high priest, or a priest. That means a good one or a bad one. But this one is particularly is negative, and it's a hostages express of empathy and have positive sometimes to be point of defending them. So it's like you trying to defend your own self, they coming against you. You know what I'm saying? They want to come against you because who you are, of your energy and your empath, your light, enlightenment. Because they came for that in the first place, the glow. That's what they were trying to do anyway. Because they didn't get it because of their cause and effect. So that it is about know thyself, know of your own glow. You know if you have been absorbed to the sun, and you know that that's a part of it. Because they didn't get theirs. Because their hands was dirty. Technology and science. Is it harm and targeting? Well, we said yes when we started getting all these devices and stuff. We said it. If that's the case, then we back as the phones at home. We waiting on somebody to call you with a phone. That's Southwestern Bell. We on something else. We ain't on those Southwest Bell and waiting on. You got the phones everywhere and got your little the phone that you can put in your pocket and go so far from the house. We way past that. So at the end of the day, you signed it. We all did it, and this is what it is. So deal with it. That's what the point I'm looking at it. That keep me a little balanced, because at first I'm like, I kind of thought it was real free. Not really. Not really. When I figured it was division, and when with the state in here indivisible, in liberty and all, I let me know. Well, I guess liberty was there for a reason, not to really be liberty on the Fifth Amendment of your speech. Cause seem like they already came and cut you in of your mapping of your brain to stop you of mind control, so you're not able to do what you like. That's some shit for you. SHID. Need a drink? Strong drink, coffee, or tea. Sip of tea, baby, because sip of tea is some knowledge there. Sip on this, because liberty and all. What I tell you. Boy, shake your head. My dad always said, book sense. If y'all you guys book sense, you ain't got no common sense. You ain't got no common. You ain't got nothing without both. You gotta have some knowledge on in the street knowledge without the book sense. It don't mean nothing unless you got both. You ain't got it all. You ain't got it. Gotta need that street life too. Ooh, I just say, thank you, Daddy. He gone, but I can't do nothing laugh. Everybody was talking about he only had a sixth grade, but he left in here. He's about 30. He was getting like $30 an hour. Before he left out of here, he had them bank all the time. But he said he wouldn't be nothing. He left here and get $30 an hour. How many years in that? 2009. Before my daddy died, he worked and he worked and he was out of there a couple days. He was gone. Not that it's my life. I'm laughing at telling people. I say, you listen to people, always you get hurt from other people. Women get hurt, right? And they talk nothing but negative about other people because it's stuff didn't get him. And I'm just saying he ain't do nothing bad now. He did. But I look at people because I see what I can see. And not just because I loved him. I know this man was the strongest man I've seen in the earth that I could. He was the strongest man in the world. I'm sorry. It's a daughter supposed to look up at their father like that too. But he really was. He was really strong. And to be honest with you, I always like it when people say that another person ain't nothing. And he keeps showing up. He was always thriving. And I love both my parents, but they show something else. I ain't saying they got some characters, baby. And you got it too. But my daddy always said that, yeah, they said I don't have this and that, but he had a lot. He showed outsmarted a lot of people at that money. He ain't nothing but that Capricorn. Capricorn. He Sagittarius Capricorn. He was a border only cuss, boy. He always about that money. Boy, I tell you. Thank you, Daddy. Now that's my gun. Real shotgun on that one. I love my parents. And they know about their business, but pay attention to the character of people. You know, pay attention to their character, and you're gonna know who they are. You know, they tell you in the scripture about of a person. You need to know themselves. You gotta know their self and who they are. And you don't know them, take time to get to understand that. But when you see somebody, you know what they're gonna do. You've been around them around, and so just saying. Let's get on here. So. Now it says about the internet, and that has to do how tapping on that stuff, that disco devil, about taking away of psychic. That means you have the knowledge of, and then take your knowledge and whatever you're going to create and take it and what you're going to do, and then all of a sudden something like, what happened? I always write down because, honey, that fog, it means a foggy on there. You know what a fog is? A fog is the same as cloudy, right? You're not able to see. And if they putting you in your brain where you're not able to get that circuit and connect to another, you make you foggy, which you do. But also it has to do with a frog. Frog got to do with a king too. That's what happened with the high priest was putting that witch on. Hey, if they got to do with I get in a minute. Shrek. Now, to be honest with you, they putting that witch on witches and using type of crafts. And we in that time now. It's either gonna be good of crafts or bad crafts. Remember, we back in the same thing. Remember, a long time ago, 1400 and 1600 had some dark times, but it had people that the hands was dirty. Either it was clean hands or dirty. And it's the same thing. Ain't nothing new up under the sun. Understand that. That is all about absorbing and reflecting. Some people doing more reflecting than was absorbing. Some people doing nothing but reflect. Or is it you do both? It's up to you. I'm just saying about the individual. But it has to do with something about the dead state. It says it's about the it's sabotage. These are gangs associated convert narcissistic and human confusional individuals that put them in the dead state. And not living. It's the Prince of Air, spiritually dead. If you spiritually are you dead, that means you ain't got no knowledge. Also, but it is a person that is spiritually dead has to do with a person that don't even have the light. That's up to you. You spiritually and don't know the knowledge hidden. I know it. But it's not from them to teach me. I taught my own self by absorbing the sun. That means the hidden part, in order to get to understand, you have to do the whole of it. And this to me is a part of it. The lessons of the dark hidden, of the hunter, of the revealing of the plate. Two things of plates. And another name is palate. Palate. It's your tongue too. Hello. Moving on. Either gonna stop you of what you're speaking or what you put on the plate. You're either gonna remove it or to keep it balanced. It's up to you. It's a lot of information there. So, being that the Prince of Air, spiritual dead, dark, is the light, destroy, it's the evidences of change of computer devices, technology, and don't know one is hidden or hunter. Yes, it's the hidden of the hunter. And it's the hunting to revealing of the reveal of the mark of the beast. Dark times chose and abused. Planet Rock. Planet was that? Was that Rock? Planet Rock. Don't stop. I got a little bit in here. To me, it's like the and this is gonna be in the church. This is for the people for the churches and for different practice of churches of different names of churches. It could be the Ruach Hakodesh, or it could be the Holy Spirit of a ghost. Ghosting you behind the scene. It means somebody a spirit was lingering around in the monitor spirit. Is it a dead purpose to you? To you? Is it the dead purpose to you? So it's like a ghost, but it's around. Is this the paranormal activities? Your face and stomach gonna know. Arms and legs if you're rashes, if they use the radiation. And it means something in your house. Check. Okay, anything having any target, check on your air conditioner. You're the main thing on the outside. You're gonna figure it out. Anything is stopping your air conditioner, you're gonna know a lot about that. It has to do with your wiring. That means everything detachment, and they can do anything. They can stop your water now. They can stop your electric and your gas now. Everything is device now. They can use anything to get you. Life. Keep moving. All right, so most of it's they got these fleas and ticks and bugs from now you got the electric and devices now from the dust, from the bugs, because they get bite with that. It's radiation bugs, or whatever you want to call it now. They call it different type of bugs from electronic magnets and devices now, so they can get you. Mm-hmm. Usually base ground. Oh, she said about the 5G. What did she say? About getting hit. Okay, she said she got a volt to like her side. It hit her and hit the monitor and hit the wall. It hit her so hard and it bounced back to the monitor, and behind it was a wall, this big old dent. It ain't laughing. I'm laughing because I'm shaking my head, because when I laugh, it's like, it's not laughter. Really, it's not. Some of you don't know me like that. That's my little gift. Or that's my point, to either it's good or not. I try to tell you something. It's real. It was a type of spark, and it was a monitor behind the wall. There was some type of identifiers, a radiator. Oh, then she went on and found her one of those. You know, you go on Amazon and you can go get one of those things that kind of let you know different type of electric quantum. You know, it kind of let you know what the energy in the house. And she went to find out information to see where she was at it. They don't gonna tell you what number it is, but then when it changed, sometimes people go using this paint. It's like exactly a lot of money. But you go buy that paint, it's like black or something, and then you put over there and you protection from all the electric around. And that mean to tell you that the information, all that target, electric stuff. And some people will, but it's like a lot of money by that paint. But when I was looking at that, trying to protect some of this 5G, also they have where they have to tell you where the levels where you at, so you're not going to be protecting from all that electric 5G stuff. But anyway, let's see what else she was saying. Oh, she's talking about the fear mongers and different things about the satellite, and that's the digital. Uh, she got a lot of people name. I hate to put on people name because that's what she said. I'll let DARPA jump. That's all it is. All it is just weaponize the powers over of the principalities. Those are the powers that I'll be talking about. So that's the power of people. That's what it is. I mean, ain't nothing. They already and it's already done. Ain't nothing to say. They're dealing with it. They're trying to deal with weaponizing people. And that's targeted individuals. My understanding, how I feel about it, and I know it, but I keep moving because at the end of it, when you think you can outdo the Most High, and it keeps telling us at the same thing about the P's of 16ths of the towers fall. And when they fall, they keep falling down and they get back up. But these particular ones, after it gets so dirty that they can't get anything, they come back past for the same thing and they don't get in. And that lets you know who you really are. Keep you some peace on it, the understanding that you're dealing with other people and they other of their own journey. And they got their own ideas and you got yours. I always say keep balance, grounded. Since all this stuff that she talked about, everything was weaponized, the first thing you end up, she talking about grounded. It's the purpose to keep you grounded while they doing they weaponizing. That means purify your body, your water, what you put in. Most of it's cooking. Cooking is dead going in your mouth. You have a stank. Trying to tell you eat electric foods. Most of it is electric foods, but if electric foods is causing problem with radiation and fire you on up, then you have to have some balance here. So, you got your test on your test, baby, your own journey. Thank you. Because I'll let you know it's a balance of all things. You don't want to get one side on that tilt. You want to keep in the balance of the tilt. So we in the tilt of the earth that lets you know that you ain't balanced. Earth is tilted. If it tilted another gear, it's going to flip outside. I'm telling you. So the purpose of ours is not to get on this side. It's person to balance you off. Not to tilt. Because it seems like, to my understanding, they either wanted to turn it back over again so the water come down or whatever. Because the purpose of two rainbows has something to do with not to do that again. But the purpose is trying to keep you balanced. If you're going to target against another person, that depends on they individually, if they're going to come out of it or they're going to die or they're going to fight. So my understanding is to keep it balanced. I don't like what they do. I don't agree, but that's my own agenda, how I feel about it. There's other ways to find things. To me, these people here, they've been here doing a lot of stuff for a long time. And it was either to keep them, the pockets in the first place, to keep us not. Or the ones that are already here to do their job and are there to be a king and a queen and being a priest and trying to stop stuff because it's not their time and they got a problem with it. Because they the one who put it. I'm like, dang, that's a strong drink for take a good person that's got that knowledge and know this ain't your time. I say put other new seats and replace the other people that don't need to be there. And I'm going to read. I read. And I read what I read. It's time to put other seats out and put other people because this ain't gonna work. It ain't working. It ain't working. All it is making everything back as keep following the tower. Because when you together, you gonna look at us as one, not just how what we doing individually. Moving on. Now, when all this about the privacy and all this other stuff, there's a lot of things that's lost in death. It's depression, all of detoxing, all kinds of stuff. Lessons on all of it. It's a lot. You can go in there and look in your own. We on here. It's a lot. Guess I'll be another one. I just want to go on here. Let's get on here. I went on here. 86 is tempers of the past is the violent. Violent has to do with Psalm. Psalm or Psalm. And then it's like 8, 48, and 5. 5 and 22 is the master, right? 5 is the L is the priest. Priest is marriages and relationships of number 5 of that house. And then it's also is the Hierophant. Okay, we talking about 16s of towers. Towers have before towers is 15. 15 is the Capricorn. Capricorn, get up, raise up on the tower, and then fell down, look down with everybody else. Okay, and that is comes back with number 5. But that is a mothering functions of number 5. Mothering functions, dealing with the women, and dealing with the Capricorn, and a lot of the priest. And seeing the priestess and all the things that's going on with the priestess and the chariot and the empress. 3 and 5, the third fifths. All right, so we're dealing with 14s and 76. 14 is Temperance and Capricorn. Altogether is 90. 90 going to 10. 10 is a month. Months goes in 10 for the time of the wheel of the Ezekiel wheel. Changes of the Watcher. Watcher and Hunter and Hunted. That's a lot, but this is what's going on here. It means 2 different relationships, family rooms, son. Son got to do with the king and the emperor, and the woman is empath spiritual of things. Trying to twine 2 things that don't gonna work, and it's the composite of a 147 of 2 is no, that's right. 147 of a negative factor of a twin of a lover that is supposed to have the clean of it. It ain't nothing but a hunted and hunter of energy frequency stuff. So I put on here is weaponizing on earth. They can't get you bullying on individuals, targeting individual. We don't worry about the stolen, thief, robbery, and about living word, because it's the living word was giving about the borrowed times, cause and effect. It's the number of justice here. It is 858, 16 and 5 in the middle again. As the living of a board of time, as the sun can absorb the sun of downloads, and some not able to absorb the info. Kings and emperors versus the priesthoods is in the hood of the shind. Song was Aretha and Michael McDonald is the ever-changing times. 432 and 9, chessboard of the game, black and white, hidden in light and sea in all. 771, all being the beings of 4 of past, present, earth, and wind and fire. Age of Aquarius, twins is now. Lovers, Libra, balance in relationship, star lovers, lover relationship is hot. It's a hot mess. Smith and Earth. Smith got to do appearances. It's the appearance. It's the appearance. I don't know why I'm not getting this. That is appearanceship. That is about a person that is the create of metals. Of Smith and Wesson. That has to do with guns. Alright? If somebody's a gun, watching the hunter and the other is a knowledge. That's what it is in the first place. And that is 8-8 on that. Learning and enjoying a new create and a skill. Because that's all it is the appearance. It's like it's the parentis. It's the parentisship. However I say it is. It is the cause and effect, the skills of crafts. Not always good with your hands, or to be clean or dirty hands. Lending souls, ass end of commerce, booty duty of Judy, empress of gifts. Because she got some big booty Judy. There's a reason why everybody trying to put booty on legs and got hips. I don't understand. I forgot his name, but you know I'm about the comedian. He said, "What? You gonna get all that booty and you got no hip?" They wouldn't want to be plus. They want the breast and the butt. And by the time I'm a big girl, but it's styled for a reason. It's natural, and I ain't going against it. I'm gonna say this: some things need to be less. Okay, let me say this. But if you got so much butt and you got so much breast, your back and your legs though, feet, girl, all that. I know. The women that went and had that stuff done, then it went back and took some of that stuff out, because I'm telling you, it's a lot. It's your back and your feet. I'm telling you. I'm a big girl. I'm plus size. I'm natural. I've got it. I mean, you got booty do. You know, that's when your front is bigger than the other. No, mine ain't like that. I got the hang, but the butt though is more than anything. You ain't paying no attention to the stomach. You gonna look at the butt, and what's hanging is the arms. I'm just saying, I know who I am, but I'm trying to tell you how many people are doing it now. It's like the fad. Everybody want booty. Everybody want breast, little waist. But at time after that, you gonna be hurting. I'm telling you, with that back, you wear it out. Whatever. And if you sit on your butt too much, that stuff hurt. No, I'm a plus size. I can talk about it. I'm just saying that has to do of the fad of the booty, empress of wealth. The women got it. That means they are getting entitled of the absorbed of the sun. This is about the mothering of function. If they ain't doing it, the men is gonna get the function part because they're gonna be looking for that booty. I'm just saying, it's a connection of lovers, and they like what they like. It is what it is. Women are like men, how they look. All right, it is what's function. It's mothering. All right. Let's see. I think something about children, adults, and young adults. Okay. So the first one in here is the knowledge, learning, enjoying your new craft of your skills. And like I said, adults and youngs is cause and effect of your skills or crafts and not always able to do it. Let's see. Also, it's policing. I say hello, Cheerios. Cheerio. It's a time of valuable. It's gracious. It is grace and mercy. So we cannot use it for things that do not profit the kingdom. It's a time for it. It's time for everything. So that's about bringing spiritual things now. Instead of it's like the soul thing you do. It's like it is, but it's like to me it's the worldly things when we use the. It's like what is gonna profit anything? It's like what's the best? Is it still teaching? It seems like to these the energy is all about the teaching now. Teach is over. It's like everybody's teaching now. That's what you're supposed to do in the first place. Open your mouth and what comes out. Seem like cutting in between and stopping another person because that was the purpose. He said, I said, all I had to do was open your mouth. And there it is. So, now you see why it didn't connect a mind control now. Trying to cut the spirit. You can't mess that. Don't mess. That's another popos. Got popos on the earth. Got popos up there. Natural order is always first. Moving on. Show up and show out. He always show up and show out. He'll allow you think that you know what you're doing, and then you become you doing something. No, I said it all in. I know that the normal people that don't have a lot of things, okay, and it's a lot of things you don't know, but he does both. When you think you know something, you really don't know it. But he'll show up, show out, especially for the ones that they know been doing it a long time. He keeps show up. He show out, and who gets it? The ones like, yeah. Wow, we sitting up and think we know outdo. You can't outdo him. It's fun. He laughing. He says, yeah. But you know how much it is somebody have that much patience about who you really are? And they still just waiting. My daughter, or my masculine, my feminine, she ain't that silly. Okay, she ain't that foolish. Okay, foolish is the journey. It ain't bad. It's really a good thing for to go through the journey because that's the point. You know, gotta pay attention when other people say. Don't always listen. Go do your work. But he sit here. You know how much a patient for another person to sit here and watch it, and know that they're going up and down, and they still know that it's gonna come out to what he said he gonna do. That's patience. A lot of people, we ain't got like, I ain't gonna lie, go up and down. That's a good thing though. Unexpected resources and happiness, and that says surprises and is the generosity of 87. 87 is also 15 too. So unexpected of that. it's stating that being to doubt, I am reminded of the treasures that I am somebody entitled to receive that show up at the door. What will I unwrap today? Okay, so that's telling you about somebody is in that Capricorn, and that's the energy of building, of the going up the hill of the mountain, or is it a molehill? However, you know, and that also saying doubting what your experience and what's been given. Capricorn is, I can say, they're always down. They, it's different about Capricorn. They is something because they got all these gifts, but they got so much in their mind. Yeah, I'm talking about thoughts, and that's the point of it. You be circling because by the time you get through, somebody cut you out because you've been circling all the time, and somebody did all so much you didn't done, and then already used your stuff. Hmm. Just saying. Yep. Life is something else. Now, you see that. The show was quiet. But let me go on 33. It's back about the reverse of that three pentacles and bringing the light of a three of wands. And that's six. Like I said, it's the celebration of negative factor. You know, they cheerleading know the difficulties that you're going through. This is the other side. They love to see that you're not able to do what you daily of your duties. That is somebody to watch everything you do. Listen to selfish. They love to see. They love, that's their agenda. Their agenda is to constantly that you're falling. And also its ability, ego clash, because when they around you, you wonder why you get that ego stuff. And sometimes it could be you or they in. It's like the firing up of the monitoring spirits. It can call added to you and make you even more that you something you know. You got gifts, but you got to have a balance with it because, like I say, when you always think stop, no, you ain't. You still gonna be learning. But the ego of the appearance of it, you sure? It's nothing wrong with know thyself. You become ego when you you was like you dealing with them because you got to battle with them because you know you gonna stand on who you are, and then they on the other side trying to get you like you ain't gonna be nothing. So sometimes it's like battle. You got to stand for yourself. If not, you gonna fall with them. Whatever. And it's not of the. It's about the partner. Now I believe that this was masculine. Just got his. He didn't know who you really was in the first place. He knows like I had all that. Found out that it's more than what it is you had. You had a lot of gifts, and he thought it was just one way, but it was a whole lot. He was so busy watching everything you was doing, trying to put you down. He didn't know that. He don't know. He don't know. He was so busy trying to get the energy part. He didn't even really know who you really were. The point of it was trying to attach to you in order to cause bring family and wealth from their family. That's what that was in the first place. And then women have become silly and foolish. Now, not really, because he didn't know how much you had. You got all kinds of things. He didn't know all that. He only about the energy. That's like the person only for money. They don't want that. They just want to attach to you. And then they find out you got so much, he can't even hold on. He can't even keep you with. He can't even get in front of it. He's sitting up here, got the piss party thing. He bad, because he can't catch up with you. He don't know how, he like in the shop. You ask a lot. And his purpose was trying to be ahead of you and make you look like you ain't nothing. And then he looking like real sad now. Or is she? Whatever, if that resonates to somebody. It is what it is about these families. But also, did they compliance on that targeted individual? It seemed like a lot of them was signing on that. Hmm. That's why it's good about unconscious and conscious. It's good to be, uh, shouldn't be, to me, shouldn't go against to the unconscious and conscious collaboration of a person that understand that. That means you learning too. You learning about the hidden factors of other people that are already been socialized that you don't have nothing to do with it, but you learning about it without them and understanding about of the tactics that they do behind the scenes and keep you in peace while you're dealing with it. So, because all we've been talking about nothing but earth, wind, and fire. It's creation of earth. And all it is about the money and wills, contracts, and wills, and mean to come back as a return to something of cause and effect. And that at the end is fire creating of sun of Zor. And the end, the future of this is the sun, is the 7 of earth and 6 of fire. And it's telling you about the 6 of wands. And that's moving. 6 is moving. Oh, everything 6 moves. And it's got to do with moving part. So other than at the end, the future of me, you moving. You see the come looking here. She moving. And that's moving. Her hands is up, and everything is like 1, 2, 3, 4 of them is absorbed to her. See that white? It's like, and then she got the palm too, and the staff, and look at this. And that is the balloon. That means move. It's travel. And fire. 1, 2, 3, 6. They're moving. So the future is great. At the end of all that earth, all their communications, talk, teaching, all the information, be able to speak of a note of tune, communication, express of damsel of all of the empress and become empress and became queen. Because all of that information on damsel on Netflix was all about all of it. And it had to do with that dragon. At the end of the day, the dragon, she came with her. She wasn't messing with them. After all that, the change, and she had to let her know, hey, you may have that and this and that. But after that, she connected to the dragon, to her, and she came with her. She sure was. She was able to have all the dragon. Dragon came with the empress and the queen. After they were so busy trying to put her as a sacrificial lamb, about these kings was sitting using the king was using the women, their own children, and sacrificing because they didn't have the money, and put them in connected to different families. And that's what's about wealth. That's what they did a long time ago. 14 and 16. The 1406 is all it was. Because some of the kings didn't have it. They had to do something. They had to marry and tie to cords to other people in order to get money, because they didn't have it. But then after these, some of these certain ones was sitting up here putting people, the women, all they needed is that wealth part, and to get that energy and connect to other people. And I'm telling you, go. These people was married before the child would come out the birth. They was already married to. That's what they did a long time ago. So like I said, it's about agendas. But it's always with the workplace. It started with that was going on 2015. Work at home, and started all kinds of mess, causing problem in the family, and separation. And then everybody's single. I kind of look at it also spiritual, going to deal with your own journey and what you had to go with cause and effect. Because cause and effect is individual. Is it the whole area? It can be if the community did. So you clash on there for cause and effect, and it goes back to the city of the communications of the family on the outside. Community is relationships of that 10, but also it's all together. It's together. So why things are happening in the area of the cities is because of the compensation of signing off things. And that's why people don't want to hear what they done. They don't want to hear you talking about it. But you still ain't. Like I say, it's agendas of a war, recognizing royalties and things of past 1400 and 1600. And it comes out. So, let's get in here. I went on in here. I'm gonna go real quick. Kind of like, and exactly, I can just do whatever everybody else doing. I try to break it down like it's more than what you think, because you have to understand the cause and effect. You think it's just a little thing or whatever, but it's not. It is stuff for past. It's been your generations of your bloodline. It's for real. It's real, real, real. And when you don't think that, then somebody didn't teach you nothing. You gonna figure it out. It's in your bloodline. Okay, so like I said, it's about the Ezekiel wheel. Like I said, it has to do with a lot of it. It says the cycle's rotation of circulation of motion of body of its auras, and it's the course of motion which brings view every point of surface of it is the performing of a body of a back to the place on which is gained to move as a revelation of a wheel, division of a relationship of earth as the motion of the body of round any fixed point of a center as the annual revolution is revolution of the earth or of the planet. It's the orbit rounds to the center of the system. It's the root of it. It's the earth, and it shifts, and it go up down. It does everything. We don't even know. But the little earth of this planet is so little, but it's so powerful. All right. To me, I have some other information in here. It's about the widows. It got to be the karma. It's the bad. What they used to call different type of practices of deception, torment, different things of insane, cold-hearted states, and it has a lot to do with women and the men. Is the lover, and it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot. It's karma though. I know, what I'm saying. I put so much in here. I done this 2 years ago, a year or two, and I go back. It comes back to what I go back. It's been 2 years, and this one is a year too. It's 2 years, I believe so. I think it's a year too. So this is like stealing your ideas. Is the pretending or intending. It's the frenemies and people around put up ideas, keep to yourself. If you're trying to keep your stuff behind the say something, then already stand behind the scene. So you ain't hide. You ain't no need. Ain't no more hiding no more. They know what you do for yourself. So it's weary and wounded. So that's the purpose, to keep you weary, depression, and keeping you in the funk. Jealousy, envy, and also it's a musty smell like a broccoli, smell like a lunch. He's a witch in a hunt. You start smelling broccoli, you know who it is. Sometimes broccoli smell like cabbage too. Moving on. Cabbage is good. I'm telling you, cabbage can make you lose weight too. But you have a balance on that. I know a long time ago, it's a lot of the Mexican, they use the broccoli in the meat. There's the bones. They don't eat the meat, they eat the bone. It's like a soup. And they put the broccoli in there. Not broccoli, excuse me, cabbage. And you lose weight. I'm saying it is. You go look it up. But anyway, this for energy, you start smelling as the succubus. That's them succubus. You start smelling the broccoli. You know that's some type of a negative factor. I said it. Anyway, it's the healing is to teach others, the telepathy of a Pisces user gifts. That's number 2. It's a high priest. And a ritual and up early, a prayer, is it's a prayer of, what you do daily. It's the command of the day. You're supposed to pray before your day. I've been through so much, and I used to always pray before I command the day. You got the power to do it. As they always call it 3 and 4, it's the witcher hours, right? Before they do the 3s, then you have the command what the day is going to be. So they do the stuff at night. And you're supposed to be prayed and prayed it up before they even try to control your day. Just be understanding. Jealousy about your heart and bounce back and better is grace. Grace and mercy. Through your everyday. That's why I started with my name is spiritual. Because I'm about spirit first. and everything else come later. As long as I got that, I got everything in the whole world, my spirit, and everything else that's gonna fall anyway. I ain't worried about that. I'm worried about my spirit. Soul is just what the perception of what the world is gonna be, and they done already done how they gonna be. Let them be, and you keep your light in a dark place. And the dark place is the hidden part of the knowledge you need to know anyway. And the way, at least you got to absorb the way in the dark in a certain ways and not other people to teach you. See, that's another thing too. You need to use yourself and know thyself, because the lesson learned is the lesson. And knowing that it was negative anyway, it's still positive. You learned. You learned. Even they policing, even weaponized, you still gonna learn from it. I don't like it. I'm telling you, I don't like it. But it's karma. Your karma is your own karma. You can't do nothing. And cause and effect, while they trying to cut, you got it. You're gonna be fine. Deal with it. Your journey is your own journey. It says right here, it's to be conscious of your thoughts, words, and action. Important. It's 2 on 2. These numbers I'm not gonna put on here on this thing, because I done been talked enough. This I ain't going nowhere. This is it. Yeah, I ain't gonna do it, because I already gave numbers in here of manifesting of stuff, and I did a lot. So those numbers is for real. So think of karma as an idea of what it says, an idea that what you put out, you will receive right back. Keep a positive and mindset will influence many aspect your life. This will further of your spiritual development. You may not be seeing results right away, but have some faith and a patience in the Most Highs. That will come with the time is right, and it is within your highest good to receive the good that is meant for you and your life. Order in my steps in your word. That is 9 is an ending for things, and it comes back as a beginning. It's the death is the beginning, but also 9 is abundance comes after that too. And then it comes back with 17, the age of Aquarius. It's a time of a star. So the 7th is the spirit. 7, 11, 22, and 33. And that is it. So I think one more thing and let it end. Life is something else. Lesson learned. That's all we here for. But honey, let me tell you something. When you're going through. And sometimes, people, they understand about the journey part that you're going. Everybody ain't went through this part, but it's about something arising in another person, though. And it says meditation is a boat floats until it sinks. The advice is don't be afraid to take chances. And it says dare to fail, dare to succeed. Tradition can sometimes be a collection of bad habits. Change is natural, is the course of things. Everything passes sooner or later. It says value honesty and flattery. So change of natural is the natural order. And to me, it's about the day of tradition. Got a lot to do with tradition. It is the 14 people. It's a great sense of tradition. Started with 1416, and it's about tradition. And I'm telling you, we still keep tradition all the time. Often students, as the history is whether general history of that is a particular field or family that are interested in establishing themselves as a long line of thinkers, of doers. It says this day was very, very concerned with finding the proper place of society. And that's where I started it. And it says often a place of it's the head of a group, although they rarely have outstanding leadership abilities. More possible is the simply through the presence of image, a strong respect, worship, or even fear is expired in those around them. More highly involved and needed only to respect it, respected less highly involved, more insecure. These people wish worship and or either worship or obeyed. These latter people, it says these latter, it's the latter people must beware of being carried away by their ideas, indulging of underhanding, highly. It's that day of. What's the, what is that? The day, I think it's deus or some of the behavior of order of the achieve of their end. I told you. And it's a goat with a rope around the neck. I told you. You dealing with it. I'm saying it's your family. Yeah, whoever. Anybody put you in that energy. Like I said, they already knew it was compliant. They got paid for it. So there it is. At least some free and some peace. Because that's what it was in the first place. And that's for real. All right. Dealing with your son-in-law, family of a convert, narcissistic of that family versus empress as the feminine and the empath of spiritually that don't deal with that type of stuff and end up twined how in there and mess up all kinds of stuff because of attachments and then or either they all came together to target an individual of a feminine or a masculine to put them in that position and took them compliantly to other of the family came together for targeted for an individual of the life. Try to stop it and cause problems, or is it that it was a part of your journey had to go through about why the either wasn't getting the energy back to you or it wasn't bringing it back because of reasons that you didn't know that it was hidden. Well, there it is there. Life is something. You wouldn't know how people would do. But after they didn't do all of that, it's the social, it's to be seen and to get paid for certain reason to come against another. You know. Then how do you deal with it? I'm saying I'm dealing with it. And it says you're supposed to be forgiven for the ones that do harm to you. And sometimes it's hard to do it, but you have to in order to go forward in the life because that'll cause you what you can't keep receiving what you need because of the depression of things that they send it to you, monitor spirits. Because some things don't work the way that you would like, but it will. You just have to figure it out. So that is for anyone that's dealing with targeting individually about weaponizing about of a list that been put on a list. So I can say peace and blessing. I'm saying that's the only thing I can say. And I could have put more on there. I ain't gonna do another on there. I'm just gonna let that be simmering for a while for anyone that's connected to it because it's really important. You can go on that YouTube about that targeting, get more information. It's a lot. I just wasn't gonna go too much on there. I did enough. 2 videos enough. But anyway, peace and blessing. Have a wonderful day.